Hi everyone, this is Thalia and Miana from Double Team, and today is going to be week 2 of the spring anime that we're gonna discuss. So it's gonna be 5 anime again, and then we'll kind of make our top 3 out of those 5. So this week is gonna be pretty hard to choose from because it's a lot of cool anime that's in there. So
I'm still not sure when we get to the end of the episode what I'm going to say.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know either, but guess we'll see. The first one we're gonna start off with is Blade and Soul. So, what are your thoughts on that anime?
Well, from the cover art, right, and the synopsis, I was expecting a much more like edgy and male-oriented anime than it actually was. Like it is a lot like that in terms of art style. There's like all the girls have giant boobs and small clothes. But in terms of story, it doesn't really rely on that. So I was pretty happy with the first episode, actually.
Yeah, me too. But the thing is, I didn't check out the cover before, so I was like, I can't really get disappointed or something if I don't check it out. So I didn't check it out, and I just watched it, and I ended up really liking it because I also thought it would be very different from what it was. Well, first episode. So yeah, I like the animation a lot for this one, and it's
the action parts are particularly good.
Yeah.
Like the first bit in which she just slices the neck of like 3 people.
Yeah, that's crazy woman. But yeah, this one so far I liked it. So
yeah, I just think they could have maybe like given it a little bit much more time in that village before burning it all up at the end.
Yeah.
But it's still set up nicely to get like the whole revenge thing going and getting the people curious about what clan she is part of and what's their problem with stuff.
Yeah, she's very mysterious, but then again, she doesn't say much at all. So that kind of bothers me sometimes. But then again, that's her character. So
yeah, I agree. It's not my type of character as well. But maybe she will develop a little bit more because if she is, as I'm expecting, part of the Dundere trope, like they are the quiet ones that are really, they don't say much and they don't show a lot of emotions, but then they kind of develop a softer side. So if that's how things are going to work out, that will be nice.
Yeah, I agree.
Because she's just like such a strong character when it comes to like fighting or standing up for other people, but in terms of conversation, it's really limited.
Yeah, she doesn't.
She doesn't do conversation.
No. The only thing she can say is okay and thank you and all the things. She's polite, but she just doesn't say much. So I guess we'll see for the next few episodes how's it gonna go with her. There's gonna be a lot of. I have a feeling there's gonna be a lot of other characters in this anime who are gonna fight along with her. Or maybe not. Depends. I don't know. The next one is Baby Steps. The tennis anime.
Yeah. It was really enjoyable to watch, actually.
It's more romance and sports for now, but I kind of like that it's that for now.
Me too. Like one of the things that I really enjoyed watching in this season is that we have 4 different sports anime, and the whole bunch of them are so different from each other.
It's like crazy.
Baby Step is really character oriented and it's less about the tennis than about like him getting into something that he will enjoy more than just his normal life that he has led. And you have like Haikyuu, which is typical sports shonen looking anime. Then you have ping pong, which is weird.
Yeah, it is.
And then you have
a Byron bow.
Yeah, that one.
That one is weird as well.
Yeah. so like I really like what Baby Steps is doing because it's more character driven, and I like that. I like the characters.
Yeah, me too. I like them too, and I like that the two main characters are totally the opposite from each other and that they still show interest to each other and that she just wants him to play tennis. So, yeah. I don't know. She does stare a little creepy, but otherwise, like at the end of the
I
first
have
episode.
the same problem with the eyes.
Yeah.
They are really weirdly shaped.
Yeah. That's true. And also the hair of the main character, he has some kind of
what's up with
mohawk
that
thingy. I don't know. I don't get it. It reminded me of like the weird hair that you had in Yu-Gi-Oh! And Ash Ketchum, all that kind of stuff. Like it.
Yeah, but
kinda...
the thing with his is that he has really normal hair, and then when he stares at you, he just has like a squiggly line in the middle.
It's like there. I'm guessing it's like kind of like bedhead hair, like when he just rolls out of bed and doesn't really like care. And...
I guess, but they could have like made it some strands stand up.
Yeah,
or something.
I know. Well, it's special, but it doesn't bother me. So it was just weird to see.
I just found it really, really amusing because they didn't go to full length to make his hair different. They just went like, we need something.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you think about her character particularly?
I don't know. We haven't had too much information yet about her, but I think it's cool that she wants to go pro and that she just, I don't know, she's doing her best to play tennis every day. So she's really dedicated to it, and I think she is gonna help him a lot through all that. So, but yeah, then you have him with all his notebooks. So. And
that's amazing.
Yeah, that's crazy that he's gonna take notes of tennis. Like, dude.
I really liked the intro in which he just ended a set and he just went like drawing all the moves. It was really amazing because it's a completely different style of play.
Mm. Yeah.
But when it comes to her, like what made the difference in the first episode for me in her character was that she at the beginning just looked like the typical extroverted, beautiful girl in school that just like was a bit clumsy, but he was kind of cute and all that. And I'm usually bored with that kind of character after some episodes because there's nothing else to them. But then I saw her serious side with tennis when she just went like, does this look like a hobby to you?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, I've got something in her that I like, that I really like.
Yeah, I do like her as well. They're both interesting, so I'm looking forward to more episodes of this. Like, it's gotta be another sports anime that I'm gonna like till the end. So
definitely. And the tennis animation was all right. Like it wasn't really focused on that, but it was smooth enough. Like at the beginning, you just saw like the ball bouncing. That was really cool.
Yeah. Well, you can't compare it to Haikyuu, which we're gonna talk about next, where. Like for Haikyuu, the animation is much more focused to the sports and all that. And I really like it when he jumps. That is like you have some kind of shadow thingy.
Yeah.
And
action motion lines and all that.
I like that a lot. And the first episode was a good introduction to the guy being kind of, I don't know, I felt sad for him that he didn't have his own volleyball team and that he had to look for people and train on his own. But he got there, so... He's a really motivated guy and he's cute. Good changer guy.
But it was really realistic at the same time that he just didn't start with a team that was aiming to the nationals and just going forward and forward because like he was really a newbie at the sport. He had never played in a proper court and all that. So it was expected for him to lose.
Yeah. Yeah, but then again, we saw his strength, which is jumping. Like, you know, Kuroko, there's someone else who jumps really high.
Everybody's comparing the two. And the fact that both of them are production IG doesn't help because the animation quality is so good in both of them.
Yeah.
So you can really see that. And then he jumps a lot and you just go like, Kagami!
Yeah, exactly.
Which was, I was talking to other people after I watched the first episode, and we all were saying that we were watching Haikyuu because Kuroko ended, but it wasn't helping with our withdrawal symptoms because it looked alike in some things, and you just went like, but it's not Kuroko.
Yeah, but that's a good thing though. I don't mind that they kind of look like each other. Well, it doesn't.
Oh, me neither.
the vibe is the same of the anime, so I like that a lot. I think this is going to be my favorite sports one for this season because
it looks cooler.
Yeah, and you just get that excitement probably if they're gonna play with other teams and all that stuff. It's probably gonna be kind of the same feeling you have with Kuroko, that you're like, yes, like you keep watching and you just want to know what happens.
Yeah, it's really exciting. It has that, like, from the opening point you just go really hyped up.
Yeah.
And it does that thing to you, but at the same time, the level at which it happens feels to me that it's a little bit like less mature than Kuroko in terms of the characters.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
So it's kind of the same thing for a different age range, and that's really interesting to see as well.
Yeah, there's definitely more comedy in this one than in Kuroko. We have comedy in Kuroko, but not every time because they still have their serious matches. But for Haikyuu, there's probably gonna be in every episode some funny scene. So
well, in Kuroko, the main characters are like from the bat they are part of the same team, while in Haikyuu they just like start as big rivals.
Yeah.
And then they just find that they are on the same team. So, like, I already watched episode 2, and I can definitely see that dynamic between the both of them is what makes it really, really distinct.
Yeah, I love how they kind of compete to each other, but then again, they have to be friends, otherwise it's not working out. So it's gonna have some funny situations.
Definitely.
Yeah, but
sorry, like, the rest of the elements of the team were really cool as well.
How do you mean?
When they got to meet, like, in episode 2, they meet other characters.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to spoil it, of course, but you can see that the characters that they're going to introduce as the show goes on are really interesting on their own. So
yeah, that's true. They all have their own character, and they're all different from each other, so that's good. Okay, so the next one is Isshuukan Friends,
which is completely different.
From it's a very cute one.
How do you feel about that one?
Well, it was cute and it was sad as well. Some people say it's not that sad. I think it was pretty sad because she kind of has to say goodbye to her new friend every week. Well, if you watch the first episode, you think that. So that made me kind of sad. But then again, it's a very interesting story as well. I like those kind of stories where you kind of have to figure out your life and how to. I don't know, like she has a memory loss every Monday, so she kind of has to fix that in order to have friends, and the guy is helping her. So that is what I like about the story, and the fact that he's in love with her, but he's not really forcing her or like really being like, oh, I like you so much, all that stuff. That's not there already. That's gonna be probably a lot later in the series, but I like that he's not pushy or anything, and he just wants to be friends for now. So.
Yeah, I agree with you. One of the things that I was kind of afraid when I saw the synopsis for the series was that they were going to go full romance instead of, because you don't get a lot of stories with a main character that's male and a main character that's female without there being a love interest.
Yeah.
So it was really interesting to me that he was like, at the beginning, he looked like he was going to propose to her or something, or was going to confess. Yeah. And he was just like, do you want to be my friend?
I like that.
So that was really cool. I think when people say it wasn't that sad in the beginning, I think it's just because you aren't really well acknowledged with, like, you don't really relate to the characters that much yet, because it's just episode 1. You are just seeing how things are happening.
Yeah.
And then, like, she gets her first memory loss, and after that, I think it will become sadder and sadder the more memories you see her losing, because you get all these cute moments in which they are together, and he's just like really sweet and trying to be like the best friend he can, even though she then forgets all about that. But like in the first episode, you have like scenes 1, 2, and 3 in which they are cute together, and then they like she forgets that. But as you go on, she will have like this whole bunch of things that she doesn't remember, and that will be really hard.
Yeah, I think so too. There's gonna be a lot of heartbreaking moments in this anime later on, and I think I'll love it more and more with more episodes as well.
I still haven't watched episode 2.
Yeah, well, I watched episode 2, and I like this anime even more than I saw the first episode. So it's very interesting. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, I think it has room to grow more and more. So I was really interested by episode 1.
Yeah, definitely.
Jesus, everybody's coming home today. It's trying to record. That's what happens when you come home and try to record back home.
Yeah, I have that here too with family. So.
But we're already getting to the last one.
Yes, and the last one is Mangaka-san to Assistant-san, which is a shorty and kind of ecchi and a lot of comedy. So.
Yeah, that one definitely, like, it has that vibe in which nothing in it is serious. Like, it won't get a major plot. It won't get like very sad moments or very happy moments. It's just silly and funny to watch. Yeah. And I actually, like, Thalia is the one I have to thank for getting me into this anime, because I wasn't planning on watching it, because it was a shorty, it was kind of ecchi, it wasn't really my type of thing. But then, like, I watched it for Double Team, and I was like, this is so funny.
Yeah,
I know. This is really funny.
The thing is, with the ecchi thing, they don't overdo it. They just, the comedy and ecchi thing, it's a perfect combination, and it's just over the top. And the main guy is really retarded, I'd say. So I like that about him, that he's just a stupid guy who doesn't know much about girls, and he still needs to. Well, he knows about panties, and that's about it. So yeah. I enjoyed it for a shorty. So
yeah, for me it's the same thing. The fact that she's not like overly focused on the female characters so far, but it's more like him fantasizing or imagining things or going to buy bras on his own. That's really funny. Like the monologues he has with himself and with his coworkers.
Yeah, I like that too. So this one, like we said before, this is a strange plus of this season. So it's
a little bit more logical.
yeah, that is. Like you understand more what it is about. And it's also a longer episode. So it's like 13 minutes something, and it's like 2 stories that they show you every time, which I like. I don't mind. It's like 5 minutes per story kind of. So that way you don't get bored.
Since it's a short episode, it works well in episodic format.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't, like, if it would be like 20 minutes, I don't think I would hold it out that long. It's like, it's the same thing. But if you just watch it, you can't marathon this anime. It's perfect to watch it weekly.
Well, you can if you're really bored.
Well, yeah, and if you like panties and all that kind of stuff, you can. But I like this anime in between all the serious ones, and I look forward to seeing it every week. So
same thing here.
Yeah.
Now we're down to like trying to choose out of all of these the one that I like more.
Okay, we can start with our number 3. Do you know which one that is for you?
I'm going to say Baby Steps right now.
Yeah, I was going to say the same.
Based on the first episode, I say Baby Steps. Which doesn't mean that it's not bad at all. It's just like this week is full of so many good anime that it's really hard to choose the top.
I know. I know my number 2 is Haikyuu.
I think Isshuukan Friends for me, based on the first. I think Isshuukan Friends for me, based on the first episode.
Yeah.
You have it the other way around?
Yeah. Isshuukan Friends is for me on 1 for now. Just because I was immediately hooked on the characters from the first episode. I did for Haikyuu as well, but for Isshuukan Friends it was more because it was more intimate with 2 people. So yeah. That's fine.
I think at the end, I will have the same standing as you do. Like, as I grow closer to the Isshuukan Friends characters, I think that would be my number 1 out of all of these. But right now, like, based on the first episode hype, the sports anime hype was bigger.
Yeah, so Haikyuu is on 1 for you. All right. So this is our top 3. So people, if you want to choose your top 3 out of this one, you can, and you can just leave it in the comments. We're really interested to see our top 3.
As always. What are we going to talk about next week, Thalia?
Okay, so next week is gonna be a lot of weird anime, and we're gonna have long discussions about this one. It's 5 anime again, and it's the Dragon Art anime. So the Dragon Training School thing. I don't have the full title here, but you know what I mean.
Something Dragon Art.
Yeah, that one. Then we have Kamigami no Asobi with all the gods. And then we have Mahoka Koko, where I have some points to explain that. Yeah, you'll see in the next episode. And then we have Soridemo as well. And then we have Abaramo Kishi. So it's gonna be interesting.
Who chose the lineup for next week?
We did. Well,
we fail at that. It was bad. It was a bad lineup. It's going to be really. We're going to be really pissed off from time to time in that episode.
I think so too. So yeah, you
look forward to that.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be a very interesting one though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
We have a lot to talk about next week.
That's true.
So yeah.
And next week we will also have our second live stream.
Yeah.
Because it will be episode 10. So as last time, that will be on my channel. We will post afterwards and we will tweet the schedule and we will have a mystery guest.
Yeah. So look forward to that. Anyways, this was it for this double team. So look forward to next week, Friday, and for the live stream. So see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.